Next up in our countdown, from least likely to most likely to be able to compete for a national title in the year 2025, we head out west to the UCLA Bruins, who come in at number 61 overall in the country, number 55 out of the 67 Power Conference teams with a score of 60.09. This was kind of a weird one. For Regime Plus, I actually gave UCLA a 1 out of 1. Now, you could argue a lot of different numbers on the gamut for this one, but for me, they made so many upgrades on the offseason in terms of the quarterback position, bringing in Nico Iamaleava, and in terms of just overall offensive identity. I think this is a program that is headed in the right direction. I don't think they're by any means a great developmental program right now, but they are on the up and up. As far as returning production goes for this team, basically none. Number 107 in the country. They're really relying on the transfer portal and younger players to help boost this program this season. High school recruiting has been pretty good for UCLA, number 32 in the country for that, with average ranking over the past 2 classes across multiple platforms. They had a really small class a couple years ago, but again, they're going heavy on the transfer portal, and most of the players that they're bringing in are high 3-star players. So they have a lot of quantity, not a ton of quality, but a lot of playable depth on this Bruins team. As for the transfer portal, they were a net positive majorly in the offseason. Obviously bringing in Nico Iamaleava, they did lose Joey Aguilar in that transaction, but that's what happens. I have them number 11 in the country for net transfer portal. I think this is a team that did get more talented in the offseason, but they really needed it. In 2024, number 64 overall in the country in adjusted EPA per play, they really struggled at points. I think they were competitive as the season went along, but there were also points in the season where they didn't have much of an offense. The defense was letting up a few too many points. They really only could rely on the running game. They still have a long way to go to compete in the Big Ten. As far as what the market's thinking for these guys, number 59 overall in those metrics. This is not a team that's expected to be top half of the Big Ten. I think it would be asking a lot for this team to get to the 8-9 win range. They're probably looking more at a bowl game in terms of success in 2025. And a lot of that's due to how tough this schedule is. Number 111 in strength of schedule, with number 1 being the easiest. This isn't the worst Big Ten schedule they could have gotten, but it's really tough, and you have to think about the travel. Now, they do host Penn State, which I think is a big upset opportunity, but in the non-conference, they'll host Utah to open the season, and then a really tricky game traveling to UNLV to play Dan Mullen in that Runnin' Rebels team in Las Vegas. That's a really tricky game as well. So this is a team that very well could start the season 0-2, even before getting to the Big Ten slate. At the end of the day, it's Nico Iamaleava. Does he make the next step as a quarterback with a fresh environment back home in Los Angeles? And does he get the most out of this team that's comprised of mostly high 3-star recruits?